Hi Sugar Plums, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kenny. If you're new here, welcome. Before this video gets started, make sure you subscribe down below and turn those post notifications on so you guys get notified whenever I upload a new video. I've been uploading way more frequently, and I've honestly been uploading every week since 2020, even though 2020 is like so shitty right now. I guess it's been kind of a good year for me as far as YouTube goes, so I'm really happy about that, even though 2020 is obviously canceled. But anyways, for today's video, I actually have a story time for you guys. I know you guys really enjoy those story times, and I know you guys really like, I guess, story times like that focus on my lifestyle, like me being gay and all those kind of things. So I have a story time. Also, before we get into today's video, it's sponsored by Kush. These gummy bears are so amazing. They just help me calm down and just like really help me just soothe my emotions and feelings during this terrible time. So I put these in my little teas, my little coffees, and they taste so amazing. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I use these in like 30 seconds. So yeah, hold on. These are the gummy bears. They look so, I can't even get it open. I'm struggling. This is what they look like. There's different colors. You know, we love a colorful, you know, moment. So good. And they come with 30? No, 25. And I'll put down in the description exactly what CBD oil does. And I really just feel like it's necessary right now. And there is so much stress going around with, you know, I'm not going to say it, but we all know what's happening, and I just don't know what's happening with the government right now, truthfully. But all I know is there's a lot happening. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys how I use these right now. So I'm gonna put like 4 drops. So I'm gonna put like 4 drops of the vanilla CBD oil in my tea. Actually, why not do a little more? And vanilla is my favorite flavor ever. So here is just a closer look at the packaging. Guys, this stuff is literally so good, and I'm not just saying it. I'm like how cute the packaging is. Vanilla, it just looks so fun. I just want to lick it all up. And I'm going to be using these so frequently. So yeah, I'll put all their information down below if you guys want to check them out. But I've been calmed down way more. I've just been relaxing, and it's just really been helping with all my muscles and bones and all those kind of things. So yeah, that'll be linked down below. I'm gonna stir it up. After that, I drink the tea and oil. So good. This is like ginger tea, so ginger and vanilla is just so tasty, and I love this mug. Hustle darling, you know, always hustling, so it makes total sense. So this story is about the time that my roommate found out I was gay. So this was about 3 or 4 years ago. No, this was like 4 years ago, back when I was in college. And I had a roommate freshman year. I went to college for 4 years. I did not have a roommate the other 3 years. So I only had one roommate, and that was freshman year. And my roommate was so hot. I was like so excited to like room with him, and I knew that I was gonna have him as a roommate, like, because you know when you're picking classes and all that in the summer, you have to find a roommate. Me and him decided to room together, and I was like really excited to room with him, and we kind of texted and talked beforehand. But at this point in time, I wasn't even like I knew I was gay, but I wasn't like fully gay, if you know what I mean. Like, I never experienced anything with anyone, so I just like, you know, was just like a little innocent little gay Kenny. So at this point, I wasn't out or anything, and then I wound up having an experience, I guess my first experience, like the summer before college. So going into college, I did have like I did have some kind of interaction with a guy. So going into college, I pretty much knew I was gay. But my roommate didn't know I was gay, and I didn't really want to tell anyone at the school because I didn't want to be judged. And I didn't want any of the guys to hate me. So I guess kept it a secret, but I also was very like just insecure, and I also just didn't know what I was at the time. So it was just a whole thing. But anyways, so all the guys in my dorm, or all the guys on my wing and whatever, all suspected that I was gay. No one ever said anything to me personally. I guess they just didn't want to like upset me or anything, but guys, I'm an open book. I guess now I'm more of an open book, but I guess at the time I used to get like really offended if anyone would like call me out or ask if I was. I don't know. I guess I was just like not comfortable at the time. So obviously, if everyone else on my wing had questions, obviously my roommate probably had concerns. But my roommate was a TV film major, and he wasn't like, I don't even want to say nerdy, because I feel like most TV film people that I've met have been more like nerdy or more into like technology and all that kind of stuff. But my roommate was super hot. He was like 6'3", and like I was like so nervous rooming with him because I like was gay, and I was just like, oh my god, like what if he catches me like looking at him, or like I don't know, just like what if, I don't know, it was just a really weird experience. So I was like really freaking out about it, and I didn't want him to ask me because I didn't want to make things uncomfortable, because I'm sure it's like probably uncomfortable living with a gay person, which it's not, but I feel like most straight boys probably think that, but it's not. I'm so chill. I'm not the type to like be aggressive towards someone, so I'm like chill. I'm like the funnest roommate you could ever get, and like being roommates with me means you can be friends with all the girls and you get to pick up the litter. So being roommates with me had its pluses, and a lot of guys talked to me and cling to me because I was friends with all the girls, but that didn't necessarily mean that I was gay quite yet. But when I was going out on the weekends, I was getting ready with the girls. When I was going to pre-games, I was with the girls. So like, it was pretty clear that I was gay, and like, I didn't really just tell any of my roommates or any of my suite mates or anyone on the floor. I was just so terrified, and I was just so close with them all. We really built such a strong bond, and if you guys watched previous videos, you know that I always say I would not be where I am today if it weren't for my supportive, straight college friends, honestly, because I feel like most gay people probably have this misconception that straight guys will probably hate you, or straight guys will probably judge you, and like, that's the same thing I felt. I felt like no one was gonna want to get to know me once they knew I was gay. So I was really trying to hide that part of me for so long, and I really didn't want my roommate to find out because I didn't want to have an awkward experience, and I didn't want him to like change roommates. Like, imagine how awkward that would be if you were to like tell him you're gay and then he's like, okay, I don't want to like be your roommate anymore. Like, that's just like so awkward. But yeah, like, I just didn't want to make anyone's college experience awkward. Like, I wanted to have as much fun as I could, keeping all my business on the low, and that was that. I just wanted to have a smooth sailing freshman year, and I truthfully swore that I was never gonna come out until like I was like really old, like probably like 30, like when I was like super on my own, financially independent, like not with my parents anymore. Like, I was gonna take that shit to the grave almost, truthfully. And that's so weird to think, because I'm not that kind of person now, and I'm such like an open book, and I like honestly probably tell people too many things about myself, which could be a problem. So I guess that could be really problematic sometimes, but I'd rather be an open book than a shady bitch, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I hate people that like keep secrets. I'm just an upfront person. Obviously it took me a really long time to build this confidence, but I'm that confident now, and I'm absolutely in love with it. But yeah, so I guess I'm like rambling a lot, but either way, so there was this time when I guess I was pre-gaming in like the girls' dorm, because there was like the guys' dorm and there was like the girls' dorm. I went to a Catholic university, so they were very like, what's the word? They were very like Catholic-y, I guess you could say. So girls and boys had their own separate wings. Girls and boys had their own separate buildings, at least for freshmen. They all had their own buildings, so everything was just so separated, which I kind of didn't like, because obviously I click more with girls, so it was just, I was really scared to be around a bunch of guys and just like all the testosterone and all that. I was terrified. But it actually really worked out in my favor. But either way, so I was going to a party, and I was with my friends, and my roommate, we have like suite mates, so there's like, I'm sure you guys know this, but there's like a dorm, and then there's like a bathroom in between, and then there's like another room, but your rooms can be connected through the bathroom. So we have suite mates, and then there was like my room, and then me and my roommate had suite mates. So when I was away partying, my suite mates I guess we're hanging out with my roommate, which normally I hung out with them too, but this time they were hanging out alone because I was partying with other people. And my roommate actually asked them if I was. And they didn't really know how to answer it because they never personally talked to me before. So they were just kind of really confused. And they didn't bring it up to me for like a couple months. So I had no freaking clue. And he was just so sweet. He never brought it up to me. He never made me feel awkward. He never made me feel uncomfortable. And he never treated me any differently, honestly. I had the best roommate experience. And it's actually really weird thinking about it because I feel like most people like that view me online or social media probably assume like I'm like a stuck-up materialistic bitch. And I'd really be hard to room with. But truthfully, I'm not. I'm very easygoing. I'm barely ever in the room to begin with. So I personally think I was a bomb roommate, truthfully. I always have food, like... I was a bomb-ass roommate, I can definitely say that, but, yeah, so he actually went to my roommates about it. I don't know what gave him the idea. I mean, honestly, there's probably so many flags that he probably thought, I don't know, but also my roommate was, like, really innocent and stuff, so he probably was just, like, wanting to know, not to make me feel weird or anything. I definitely think he would have accepted me if I told him from the jump, but you know, when you go to college, you just want to have friends, you want to have fun, and you want to learn. Like, you don't want to like have people judging you. It's your chance for a clean new slate, and that's just really how I was viewing college. So I didn't want to have anyone judge me before going in, if that makes sense. I wanted a new fresh slate. I wanted to be around new people, and I just wanted to live my life, and whatever happens, happens. So I guess the night he asked my suitemates if I were gay, they told him they weren't sure, but they're pretty sure that I am. So my roommate the entire year did not ask me anything. He didn't question me or anything about it, and I was really, really surprised. But they did come to me a few months later and told me that he asked about it. And I said, well, what did you guys tell him? And at this point, they didn't even know. So they told him that I wasn't. But fast forward, so a couple months later, I guess sophomore year, yeah, going into sophomore year, I wasn't his roommate anymore. But the way our campus was set up, you still would see your roommates and stuff like pretty frequently, or like people that you like roomed with, or people that were in your wing. Like, you would see people really frequently. My school was a pretty small school, so everyone kind of knew everyone. So I would see him around at parties and stuff, and he was always really nice. He always spoke to me, and I like low-key still had a crush on him because he was just so sweet. And I'm really into like, I guess, nerdy guys. I'm really into like smart guys. I don't know what that is. I don't know why, but I'm just really into like intelligent guys. I think because I'm so like ditzy and bubbly and like crazy sometimes. I like someone that's more, not mature, but I like people that are more like smart and people that can like teach me things, you know? I love when someone's like really smart and they can break something down and like make it sound like easy to comprehend, if that makes sense. But so I saw him at a party, and it was kind of like this townhouse party. So there was these things on campus called like the Heights or whatever, and it was pretty much where all the upperclassmen partied, and there was always a party every single weekend. Like, if there wasn't anything happening off campus, everyone was partying on campus in the Heights. So there was this one time I was just drunkly walking around, and I wind up at his height, I guess. And he comes up to me and he gives me a big hug, and he's like, oh my god, I miss you so much, Kenny. And at this point, like, I was a totally different person. Like, I don't know what happened sophomore year, like going into sophomore year, but I started wearing makeup. I started, like, my outfits were different. Like, I started really tapping into like the glam Kenny that you guys all know. But when I first went to college freshman year, I was not anything like I am now. Personality, I'm exactly the same. And I know a lot of people from like back home in Delaware or whatever, people that like have known me like in high school, middle school, and all those that don't keep up with me now, see me online and are probably like, what the hell happened to him? But truthfully, I'm literally the same exact person. I just look a little different, and I don't even think it's a bad thing because I feel like I'm more myself. So if anything, I feel like it's a good thing. But I've been hearing from little birdies back home that a lot of people think I'm different and I act different, and I'm just a totally different person, and I get it. Like, I look a lot different from what you probably knew me as. You can see the whole transition because it's been a lot. But I do want to clear this up too. I do not want to transition. I do not want to be a girl, because I feel like a lot of people just assume that because I wear makeup and I'm like pretty diva-ish with my looks. But I do not want to be a girl. I'm totally happy being a boy. I love all my body parts. And yeah, I just thought I should put that out there because I feel like a lot of the times I get comments like, oh, is Kenny on estrogen, or is Kenny transitioning, or is Kenny doing this, or Kenny's doing that? Because I did pick up a little bit of weight, and I know sometimes when people take hormones, they pick up a little bit of weight, but I'm not transitioning. I'm not doing any of that ever. Yeah, but anyway, so I saw him at the party, and he comes right up to me and he's like, I miss you so much. We get a hug, and he's like, oh my god, man, I love your new look. Like, I'm so happy you're like finally being yourself. Like, I wish you told me how you, he was like, I wish you told me more about yourself, like when we were living together. I would have totally supported you. And it was just, I was just so surprised because I was like the party boy on campus. So it was really cool to just like hear just like a heterosexual, like straight guy, like totally accept me and love me. And at this point, all my other friends, like, I wind up telling like the beginning of sophomore year, so they are like all my like male friends knew, but like once we weren't living together anymore, me and him didn't really hang out. We were really friendly and we were cool, but we weren't like in the same friend group circle, if that makes sense. And honestly, I recommend if you're going to college this year, probably shouldn't room with someone you're friends with, just because it can complicate things. And why not have double the friends? Like if you have a roommate and your friends, you meet someone new and your best friend is in another room and they have a friend, like then you guys could become a foursome or whatever. So I think it's best that you don't room with your best friend, because you can get really tired of someone. And I've seen that happen to so many people in college. When they room with their best friends, they wind up not being friends. So my roommate, we had a really good balance and we really respected each other's properties and we really got along well. Like honestly, there was never a problem. And that is really shocking because I've heard so many horror stories and so many like scary roommate stories, and I'm just so blessed and honored that I was able to room with someone that was just so cool and so dope and just so nice, you know. And he really helped me transition into college pretty smoothly, honestly. So thank you so much if you're watching this video. I have so much love for you. Hopefully I see you in the near future. I hope your family is doing really well. And yeah, I guess I'll end this video here. Thanks Sugar Plums for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Mwah!